Well, hello there. So it's almost November. People are looking ahead to the holidays, to New Year's resolutions, and if you're in the planner community, you may be looking ahead to what planner you're going to use in 2016. So I figured that I would do a video just to show what options I'm considering. Now, I'm currently in my Mr. Darcy Burgundy from Chic Sparrow. This is personal size traveler's notebook, and I've done a setup video that I will link down below for this. I love it. It's a great setup for me. It's got my wallet, it's got my planning, it's got lists, it's got everything that I need, and I just love the way it works for me. So it's great. Why would I mess with it? Well, for me and for many of those that are watching this, I'm guessing, planning is a tool, yes, and it keeps my life organized, it keeps me happy, it keeps my errands and my children functioning and everything like that. It keeps me in line. But it's also a hobby. So I have fun with it. I use stickers, I use different kinds of pens sometimes, I sometimes use washi, and I like to stay up to date with what's new, different types of planners, try different things out, and just have fun with it. That's what you do with a hobby, you try new things. So this system works for me. It's basically the same sort of system that I've been using since I started using a paper planner a year and a half ago, I guess. Started again because I used it all the time growing up. But it's just had different wrappings. So I don't know that my overall system will change because that's what I need to function. I need a monthly, I need a weekly, and then obviously I need a wallet and some place to write things down. But what about the packaging? Well, I've gotten a few new things in the past few weeks that I wanted to share with you. These are my options that I'm considering for 2016. So I've got, of course, my Chic Sparrow Burgundy, which, who knows, I may just stay in that. Not branching out too far, I just got this the other day. This is from Onica Hanby. I have several of her traveler's notebooks. I'm hoping to do a video specifically on her shop in the next few weeks. But this is one that she just released. I ordered it, I think, on Friday, and it arrived on Monday, so incredible turnaround time. It's personal size, same as the Chic Sparrow. 4 elastics, same as the Chic Sparrow. The only thing that's different is that it doesn't have pockets. And so if I switched into this one, I might consider moving my wallet out just because I wouldn't have room for a really good place to put my cash. And then I wouldn't have as much room to put any stickies or post-it notes. It all can be adjusted, but it might require a few tweaks with my system. I just want to show how gorgeous it is, and I love this. I really don't need another traveler's notebook. I hadn't planned on ordering anything, but I saw the preview she did in her group and just fell in love. So I will link Onica's shop down below. This is just a crafter's retreat charm that currently didn't have a home on any of my planners, so I stuck it on here. But I love this one, and I'm going to use it for something, but I'm not sure whether I'm going to move it into as my main planner. Definitely not before the new year. So my next two options, I have two others, and they are a departure from my traveler's notebook system, doing something a little bit different. So this is a spiral planner that I found on Etsy. The shop is Ruskerville, link it down below, and it is a Sherlock themed planner. For y'all that don't know, there's a show on the BBC called Sherlock that is absolutely amazing. I think they're going to begin filming the next season the beginning of next year. They do have a special that's going to air in the U.S. I think on New Year's Day. So if you're a Sherlock fan, something to look forward to. But she does all sorts of neat themed planners. She has some for Harry Potter. I think she has some from Doctor Who. And she's got them for Sherlock, as well as just really pretty daily and weekly and monthly planners that aren't a fandom theme necessarily. So I've been working for the past few months on kind of personalizing it to me. This is my start of a charm. Haven't gotten very far with that. And just a quick word about the shop. She's got phenomenal customer service. I mean, blow your mind customer service, because I received it and the pages were sticking out of the edge enough so that it was bothering me and just bugging me because I was worried it was going to catch on things and get bent. The cover was kind of bent. It just had gotten a bit beat up. And so I sent her a message just asking if it was normal for the pages to be sticking out or if it had slipped past their quality control. She said that because of the way that she does the spiral binding, it is normal for it to stick out, and that she was so sorry for it not meeting what I had expected, what I wanted it to be. And I mean, I wasn't expecting anything from her. I just wanted to see if that was normal for it. But she gave me a full refund, and that is just beyond my comprehension that she would do something like that. So I highly recommend this shop. I spent a couple of hours and went through and with a paper trimmer and trimmed each of the pages and punched the corners again because I wanted to use it. I really do like it. But yeah, just know that she's got amazing customer service and really is dedicated to making sure that the customer is happy. Even though, she's just amazing. So this is a 2016 planner. I had her started in January. She has different options for when you can start, but it's always going to be a 12-month planner. And it's all tricked out. It's not just the cover that specifies to Sherlock. It's all throughout it. So on the inside, there's like some post-its here, but the inside of the cover is neat like that, and it's got this nice overlay here to help protect the cardstock cover. The information page with a quote from the show. And then this is what the monthly looks like. Show here, there are more quotes on each of the monthly pages. Each of the monthly page quotes are different. So each month has a different one, and there are little silhouettes there of the characters. But it's got a decent amount of space. This is the smaller one. She also, I believe, has a larger option in each of these. But this is more portable. And then the weekly is a vertical layout. It looks like this. This is a little bookmark that I made just with my silhouette, cut out a picture of him and just did on some black cardstock. And then this is a sticker. I found some clip art on Etsy for Sherlock, and so I purchased that and made some stickers for myself. But there are quotes down at the bottom. Unfortunately, the quotes do not change on the weekly. Obviously, that would be a lot of work to change it. But just so you know, because it wasn't clear in the pictures whether they changed or not, they are the same on each of the pages. But it's got a little escape at the top, and then each day has let me do it to one that is a full week, since that one starts in December. Each one has the date in this little ribbon, a place for you to chart the weather, and then a space for your day's activities. So for me, my thoughts as far as whether this personally will work for me, one thing that I'm not sure will work is the divided that each Saturday and Sunday don't get a full day, because my Saturdays and Sundays are still really busy. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and so work doesn't stop. In fact, it often gets more hectic because I have reinforcement of my husband around. So I'm not thrilled about not having as much room on there just to use it as my only planner. Also, it is a spiral-bound planner, and there's not as much room for other things. It does have a few pages for notes in the back. And each of the monthly and weekly layouts are the same as the January one, so I won't go through that in depth. The paper is phenomenal. So just to show you, this is a pen test that I did, just some of my most commonly used ones. So I have a Target dollar spot with Inkjoy ink refill, Paper Mate Flare, and then my TWSBI Mini with Diamine Turquoise. And as you can see on the other page, there is no bleed through and very little shadowing. There's a little bit of shadow from the Paper Mate Flare, none from the Inkjoy ink, and really not any from the fountain pen. There also, for fountain pen users, was not a bunch of feathering, and it really is fountain pen friendly paper. I haven't been able to find anywhere, and when I asked her before purchasing if it was fountain pen friendly paper, she said she didn't have one, so she wasn't sure, but just so you know, it definitely is. The quality here is just wonderful. But back to my personal uses for it. It is dated, and so it's not something I could just use whenever. It'd be something that would be, or that I could use for something else necessarily, because it is more structured in that, which is good for a planner, obviously. But I'm thinking about if I don't use this as my main planner, just because I'm a little bit concerned about the space, and especially on the weekends, I might use it as kind of a record-keeping sort of thing. So at the end of each day, I would track the weather, of course, what was the weather like that day, and then have different categories like what did I eat today, what did I read today, and not just the book, but how many pages did I read, what did I watch, how many episodes, and that way I can kind of see my habits, my knitting and crocheting, what projects did I work on, how much did I get done, any other sort of hobby or thing that I'm spending my time with. I could track that down, as well as put any fun quotes for my kids for the day, or anything special that we did, anything out of the ordinary that I want to remember. I haven't been doing my daily journaling for the month of October. I just stopped randomly. I got a few days behind and just didn't pick it back up. So I'm hoping that this is something that would be more fun for me if I'm still in a journaling rut, if I'm still not wanting to keep the daily journal, I can still have a record of what our day was like. And also it'll help me to see, since I'm not doing the time tracking anymore with the Hyperdeck system, how I'm spending my time, how much I'm actually getting accomplished. So beyond just the to-do list with my hobbies and interests. So that's what I'm thinking about using this for. It's a great little planner, and as I said, very high quality and phenomenal customer service. So definitely check out the link below to see what all she has. But this is another, as I said, another option for 2016, but not necessarily as a main planner. Possibly, but maybe not. I stuck this library pocket card on here because I thought it went. I'm going to make a pin loop from this clip. Just to show you also the clip art that I found. So those are just little stickers that I made using my Silhouette and some sticker paper. There we go. All right. So my last option is one of my newest purchases. I had seen the Happy Planner in a few videos and thought, oh, that's neat. It's like an arc system, but it's not that expensive and it's really cute. It's got kind of a layout similar to the Erin Condren. So I observed it and I thought about, oh, that would be kind of neat to investigate. And I thought, you know what, I really don't have a need for it. Even though it's cheap, it still costs money. And what am I going to use it for? Well, I was having a rough day last week. My boys were just driving me nuts and kind of going crazy. And we'd stopped off to get some yarn for a project that my oldest son wanted me to make for him. And they just turned into little hellions, honestly. They were driving me absolutely crazy in the craft store and in Michael's. And so I stopped by the scrapbooking aisle. This caught my eye, and in a moment of retail therapy, it leapt into my cart. Wow. So let me show the actual cover. This was the cover for the one that I got. And so that's the layout that's in here. But I got several other accessories. I got the additional covers, I got the home planner, and I got the expansion rings. This is the actual Happy Planner part of it, but I put it onto the expansion rings and then made myself using the extra covers. This is the this is the front of the original one that I got, and one of the extra covers. And then this is one of the extra covers and the back of the original planner. So I made myself an additional planner just to use as a home planner. Hope that makes sense. Obviously, I'm just got this. I'm still trying to figure out how I want to have everything set up. But this currently is just, the one on these smaller rings, the ones that it comes with, is just the home planner insert. I know there's several others, other kits that they have, and I want to investigate those and possibly make this sort of a home management supplemental sort of thing. I just loved these different colors that came, and so I wanted to have more uses for them. But this is the actual Happy Planner for those that haven't seen how it's set up. So it is just a standard planner. It's slightly larger than the Erin Condren. I have some paper from the Erin Condren in the back that I can show you how it matches with the size. But this is the monthly spread. Because it's slightly larger, and the paper size is slightly larger, you do get slightly larger boxes. But it's pretty straightforward. It does split. It is a Sunday start, but it does have the weekend shaded. I took out the months for the weeklies from the months that I didn't have for it yet. So let me skip ahead to October. And there's one thing with the rings that the paper, since it is new, the papers do stick on it, but I've heard some tricks of using silicone oil and things to just grease up the rings some. So I may investigate that if I decide to use this as my main planner. And it is an 18 months. It starts in July and goes all the way through December of 2016. But here is the weekly. This isn't meant to be a full overview. If you want to see a full review of a Happy Planner, there's some great videos on YouTube, so just search for that. But yeah, this is very reminiscent of the Erin Condren Life Planner. It even has the morning, afternoon, and evening dividers for it. But it doesn't have the notes at the bottom, so each of the rows is slightly longer. So the things that you purchase, the stickers and such that are purchased for the Erin Condren Life Planner won't perfectly fit in the Happy Planner. The width, I do believe, is the same because the sidebar over here, I believe, is the same. But yeah, this is very reminiscent of the Erin Condren Life Planner. Got some quotes at the bottom on some of the pages. It's got really cute little dividers, some with quotes and just fun lettering. And at the end of each month, it has a page that's just for your goals and forward planning for the next month. So it's got a little calendar at the top with the past month, the next month, and the future month after that. It's got a place for birthdays, special events, important dates, important reminders, and setting your goals, as well as it shows you any national holidays at the top. Obviously, this is a U.S. holiday, so it has Thanksgiving and Veterans Day. But just to show you some of the prettiness for it, that's really what got me. My boys were driving me nuts, and this was pretty, and so I wanted it. And I have no self-control sometimes. So that's how this found its way into my cart. I've done the Erin Condren Life Planner for about 2 months, I think. It was my main planner, so as far as weekly planning. My main issue with it, because I love the layout, I love the space to decorate and have fun with it, but my main issue with it is that the portability. I take my planner with me everywhere, and I would much rather take something this size and weight than something this size and weight. I carry a whipping post tote, so there's room for it. I could throw it in, but I'm just less likely to. And because of the way this is laid out, it's not, well, I guess this one is slightly easier than a normal spiral planner because there's the arc disc to add and take away things, to have a notes section and all that. But it's not quite as divided as something like a traveler's notebook is. So let me show you in the back. It doesn't really come with a notes area because it's so specified. You can buy paper filler packs. They didn't have it at my Michael, so I didn't have that to show you. But I did have some Erin Condren paper from the back of my Erin Condren Life Planner that I had saved when I sold those inserts. So you can kind of see the comparison for the sizes. So let me see if I can zoom in enough so you can see. I have an arc punch, one of the portable, it's actually the Levenger brand. So that's how I was able to punch these for it. But you can hopefully see this is the difference at the top in the height and similar distance at the bottom. So it's definitely shorter, or the Happy Planner is taller than the Erin Condren Life Planner. And then you can see as far as the width, it's kind of hard to see with this. Let's see if I can just get one page. But the Erin Condren Life Planner is slightly wider. So if we get them the same, oops, sorry, that's out of range. You can see that the Erin Condren Life Planner is slightly wider than the Happy Planner is. I'm not sure when it comes to the cover, if they're the same or slightly, or if it's the same difference. I'm not sure. And especially when you get the rings involved, they may be pretty similar as far as width, but the Happy Planner is slightly taller, as I'd mentioned a couple of times. So this is still an option for me. It doesn't have the portability, but I don't often need my weekly spread when I'm out and about, so I could just do monthlies that I carry with me, but then I'm splitting things, and I really like to have all my stuff in one place. But I did spend money on this, and so I want to use it somehow, and it does make me happy. I love the colors and just the layout of it. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I've thought about maybe turning it into a 5-year journal or maybe a 3-year. I don't know. I've seen people do different things, or do it as exercise or health, or maybe some mood tracking, because that's something I've been in need of lately. I'm not sure, but I have it now because I have no self-control. So here are my options. I would love to hear your thoughts on what you think I should do. I would love to hear what you're doing for 2016. And if you have any ideas, if I don't use the Happy Planner as my main planner for what I can use it for, I would really love your thoughts on that. Videos of setups are extremely welcome because I just need some ideas right now. So I hope that this was fun. I hope that you're starting to think ahead to what you're going to do for 2016. Again, I would love to hear if you know what you're doing. If I made you think about it and you hadn't thought about it before, then that's awesome too. I'd love for you to like this video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to see what else I've got going on, to see when I finally decide what I'm going to be using and how I have it set up. Thanks as always for watching, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Bye.